Hey you guys, welcome back to Get Your Sit Together. I'm Jessica Kulick and I am excited to lead us through a 15-minute yoga snack. So up until now we've been doing 10-minute practices, which are terrific and I love. It's such a good little bite of yoga, and 10 minutes of yoga is so much better than 0 minutes of yoga. But that extra 5 minutes in a 15-minute practice gives us just a little bit more spaciousness to sink into some of the shapes and not feel quite so rushed. So let's jump right in. I'm excited. We're going to be doing a back strengthening practice today. So first, let's get started lying down on our bellies. So find yourself at the center of your mat. Stretch your legs out long on the floor. Let your belly be soft. And then fold your arms so that you've got one forearm on top of the other. And it doesn't matter which, just make yourself comfortable. Let your feet be about as wide as your mat, and then rest your forehead on your forearms. You can even rock it a little side to side, or if forehead's not quite so comfortable, you can rest your favorite ear instead. Let a breath out. Giving yourself these first few moments of class to just notice what can let go a little more. That's one of the reasons I love that first exhale practice. It just feels like, oh, maybe I can let my shoulders get a little heavier, or let my belly relax more, just sink heavier into the ground. So take a moment to make those adjustments for yourself. Take an easy breath in through your nose. And let a full breath out through your mouth. One more just like that. Big inhale. Full exhale. And then slowly lift your chin up and place your hands underneath your shoulders on the floor. Take your chin down to the mat. Squeeze your legs together until you've got ankles and maybe even inner thighs touching. Kick down through the tops of your feet. Then on your inhale, lift your chin, lift your chest. So you're using the strength of your back to lift your heart up rather than the strength of your hands. Make sure you let a breath out at the top. Then zip your legs together one more time and kick down through the tops of your feet. Take one more big breath in to look up. Exhale, lower your chin back down to the mat. Take a complete breath at the bottom. And then we're going to take that one more time. Actually, I lied. We're going to take it 2 more times. Here we go. Chin back to the mat. Squeeze your ankles together. Kick down through your feet. Then inhale. Chin up, chest up, lowest ribs up. Let's start from the bottom. So squeeze your ankles together. Kick down through the tops of your feet until you feel your kneecaps lift. Then press your pelvis into the floor and pull your belly in. You might have felt even more lift through the ribs there. I know I did. Squeeze your shoulder blades behind you, and now use your hands to pull your mat a little bit back in space so you feel your chest lift up. Take one more big inhale, look up. Exhale, lower slow. Relax everything all the way. Big breath in. Big breath out. Then one more time, feet together. Kick down through the tops of your feet. Inhale, lift your chin, lift your chest. Let a breath out at the top. Squeeze everything up the center line of your body. Pull your belly in and lift your chest up. Shoulder blades together behind you. Send your chin forward, lift your nose up. Take one more inhale. Imagine that you could lift your lowest ribs up off the mat. Exhale, lower slow. Good. Place your left ear on the floor. Bend your right leg behind you. Grab a hold of your right foot with both hands. Keeping your left leg soft, just gently tug that right heel in towards your seat. It should feel like a nice stretch for your quad, the front of your thigh. Shoulders stay soft, only your biceps need to work. Take a breath in. Let a breath out. And then release and switch sides. Right ear comes down to the floor, bend left knee, grab a hold of your left foot with both hands. Right leg stays soft, bend that left heel in towards your seat. Just use your arms, nothing else to do. Take one more big breath in. Exhale to release, let that go. Take your chin back to the mat, stretch your arms out long in front of you, and then turn your hands so that your palms face one another. Feet should be about hips width distance. You can feel that out on your mat for yourself. Point through your toes so that you feel your knees lift up off the mat, and then on your inhale, lift your left arm and your right leg up off the floor. That right palm can turn down towards the floor now. You'll kick down through the top of your left foot and at the same time push the floor away with right hand as you stretch right toes back, peeling your toes away from your hip and stretching left fingers away from left shoulder. One more big inhale, lift up. Exhale, lower down slow. One breath in. One breath out. Then we'll switch sides. On your inhale, it's right arm forward and up, left leg back and up. So you want to use the stuff that's on the floor as anchor points. Left hand gently presses the floor away, right leg anchors down by kicking through the shoelace side of your right foot. You'll feel your kneecap lift. Reach your fingers forward, then take your bicep up by your ear. Kick your toes back and then peel one more inch of thigh off the floor. One more big breath in to lift. Exhale, lower down slow. Whew. All right, let's put that together. Bring your feet together, ankles touch. Reach your arms out long, palms face one another. Inhale, lift everything up. Chin, chest, arms, legs. Let a breath out at the top. Biceps up by your ears. Reach forward through fingers. Squeeze legs together, stretch toes back. One more big breath in, lift up. Exhale, lower slow. Whew. Take your hands underneath your shoulders, spread your feet about as wide as your mat. Then on your inhale, kick the floor with the tops of your feet. Push the floor away with your hands. Big breath out at the top. You might feel your shoulders crunch up around your ears once your elbows have gotten all the way straight. That's okay, but do your best to press the floor away until you feel your shoulders drop. See how much more space I made for my neck? And then keeping your arms nice and straight, press your chest more forward, and then kick down through the tops of your feet to reactivate your legs. Then let's take a quick little neck roll just because it really opens things up. And your neck is actually part of your back. You've got spine in there. So chin down towards your chest, left ear towards left shoulder, head goes back into cradle of shoulders, right ear to right shoulder, chin to chest, and then switch, right ear to right shoulder, head goes back, left ear, left shoulder, chin to chest, and then peel your chin up one more time. Take a big breath in to puff your chest up, relax your head back, and imagine that the top of your head could touch your butt behind you. Exhale, lower down slow. Hands stay underneath the shoulders, tuck your toes under or use your knees, but as best you can, keep a flat back as you push the floor away and do a push-up. Exhale, lift your seat up, drop your heels low, downward facing dog. Feels nice. You can go ahead and pedal out the feet side to side, shake your head out, yes and no. Good, then come to that firm upside down V shape, spreading fingers wide, putting a little bend into your knees at first, so you can lift your seat high and find a long straight back. And then if you can keep that long back, you might try dropping your heels low, straightening through the knees. Big breath in. Big breath out. Inhale, ripple forward into that upper push-up position. Exhale, bend your elbows, lower halfway. Untuck your toes on your inhale. Puff your chest up. Straight arms, lift your chin. Kick down through the tops of your feet in your up dog. Exhale, back to downward facing. One inhale, lift your seat high, coming up onto tiptoes. Exhale, release your knees down to the floor. Tabletop. So we're going to continue our back strengthening here. On your inhale, send your right leg back, pushing back through that right heel, letting a breath out so you find that stretch along that right calf. Good, then come back to center. Inhale, lift that right leg up until it's parallel with the floor. Exhale, send your left arm forward. So let's start with what's on the floor. Take that right hand and shove the mat away. Do the same thing with your left shin. So we want to use these as anchor points so that everything that's in the air feels light. Flex through those right toes, press back through your heel, and then stretch through your left fingertips. Big breath in. Exhale, elbow to knee underneath you. Curl it all together. 3 more. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, curl it in. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, squeeze. Last one. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, squeeze. Inhale, lengthen. Pause. On your exhale, bend that right knee. Grab a hold of your foot with that left hand. Doesn't matter which side you hold on to, just keep your thumb with the rest of your fingers. Now, instead of pulling your heel in, we're gonna kick the foot away from your seat. So your kick is gonna drive this shape as you feel your left shoulder peel back and your chest open wide. Send your chin forward and then lift your nose up. Take one more big breath in to kick your foot into your hand and look up. Exhale, arm forward, leg back, sustain it. Release everything back down to the ground. Tuck your toes, lift your seat, downward facing dog. All right, we're gonna do one more of those vinyasa flows, and then we're gonna try the other side. Inhale, ripple forward, upper push-up plank. Exhale, bend elbows. Inhale, untuck toes. Straighten arms, straight legs, kick down through the feet as you lift your chin and look up. Exhale, tuck toes, lift seat, downward facing dog. Let's do that together. Big breath in, big breath out. One more inhale, lift your seat. Exhale, release your knees down to the mat. Good, then let's try the other side. Take that left leg long, keeping your toes tucked on the mat, pushing back through that left heel, feeling for a stretch along your calf, maybe your ankle, maybe the bottom of your foot. Then send your heart forward once more. Inhale, lift that left leg up. Exhale, take your right arm forward. We're looking for everything to be parallel to the mat. So do your best to find your body in space by pulling your belly in and feeling your back straighten, and then taking left hand and pushing the mat away, and taking right shin and kicking the mat away. There you go. Now stretch your right fingers forward, kick that left heel back, big breath in. Exhale, squeeze, elbow to knee underneath you. 3 more times. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, curl it in. 2 more. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, curl it in. You got this. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, curl it in. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, bend your knee. Grab a hold of your foot. Either side, keep your thumb with the rest of your fingers. Then inhale, kick your foot into your hand. It's gonna feel like a big stretch across your chest and a big stretch along that whole right shoulder. Chin forward, nose up. Keep the belly pulled in, even as you find this stretch along belly side. Take one more big breath in to lift up and look up. Exhale, arm forward, leg back. Big inhale. Exhale, release, let it go. Tuck toes, lift seat, downward facing dog. All right, inhale, upper push-up plank. Exhale, bend elbows, lower halfway. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. One more big breath in. Exhale, tap your knees down to the floor. Bring your seat to your heels. And give yourself a pat on the back. We just did our first 15-minute yoga snack. See you next time.